Hi, my dears. I'm in the middle of watching Bad Bunny's concert. He's in concert in Puerto Rico. But I'm not here to talk about Bad Bunny's concert. I could not wait for this concert to finish so I can post this video. I just came across with this video. Now, I have not spoken with anybody that works, that is at the National Guard, but this information is very serious. Now, this is from my part. I made plans to go on a business trip for August 26th. Okay? I made reservations to the hotel. The hotel calls me on Monday and they tell me that they're canceling everybody's reservations because the hotel is having foundation structure problems. That's what specifically was said. They have structure problems and they canceling everyone's reservation. My reservation was made for August 26th, if I'm not mistaken. The hotel that called me to cancel the reservation is located in Bronx, New York. I'm assuming that, maybe by then it's gonna happen. It's already happening. That's the reason why they're gonna have structure problems. This is act of terror from the own government, from within, the ones that they're supposed to be there for us. But you already know what happened in colonization. Do you think they really care about us? They don't care about you. Some people think because they reach the okidori. But you're not. This is gonna affect you too. You're gonna lose loved ones too. How can this be stopped? I don't know. But someone might know. New York, beware. Beware. Something really bad is gonna happen. And the government is behind this.
Massachusetts, and I have a lot of friends in the National Guard. One of them's an E8, actually a couple of them are E7s. And one of them called his wife, who are good friends with the family, and told us, he was sent out to training 2 weeks ago. He was only supposed to be there for a week. So his wife gets a phone call, and he's telling her, hey, listen, I'm going to be out here longer. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here, but there's something I got to tell you. And she says, what? And he says, listen, they have us doing a lot of weird stuff. He said, I've been out here training at night, and for the last week we've been doing night training, and he said, basically, quote-unquote training. They have us loading live ordnance into the back of trucks under the complete cover of darkness. They're not allowed to use any flashlights. The buildings where they're getting the ordnance from, they're not allowed to have lights on. The trucks are not allowed to have lights on, and they're only allowed to use night vision. And he tells his wife, he said, hey, listen, you got to tell our friends, and I want you to do this. You need to go get extra batteries, and you need to fill up the gas cans for the generator and go get more gas cans. He said, there's a lot of rumors floating around. I don't know what's going to happen. Now, I have other friends in there, so I wanted to confirm this. So I asked one of my other buddies to give a call and ask what's going on. He said, hey, you in training? And he said, yeah, I'm in training. I'm in New York. He said, I'm only supposed to be here for 2 weeks, and now they're telling us that they don't know how long we're going to be here. And I asked him, I said, are you training at night with live ordnance? And there was about an hour pause before a message came back. And he said, how the bleep do you know that? And he doesn't know I'm talking to the other one. I guess the most creepy thing he was saying is that they're loading truck after truck with live ordnance under the complete cover of darkness. And he told me that in his 15 years of service, he's never done any type of training like this. And they've never sent them to New York to do this. Usually when the Massachusetts National Guard does their training, they go down to the Bourne base, which is on the Cape, or they go to Fort Devens. So they're over in New York doing this. Now, I don't know if you covered this, but the same week that they're there training, New York television released a public service announcement. It was a video, and it freaked a bunch of people out to the point where the governor had to respond to it, telling people what to do in the event of a nuclear explosion.
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why, just know that the big one has hit, okay? So what do? There are 3 important steps that I want you to remember. Step 1, get inside fast. You, your friends, your family, get inside. And no, staying in the car is not an option. You need to get into a building and move away from the windows. Step 2, stay inside. Shut all doors and windows. Have a basement? Head there. If you don't have one, get as far into the middle of the building as possible. If you were outside after the blast, get clean immediately. Remove and bag all outer clothing to keep radioactive dust or ash away from your body. Step 3, stay tuned. Follow media for more information. Don't forget to sign up for Notify NYC for official alerts and updates. And don't go outside until officials say it's safe. All right? You've got this.
It just seems to me like things are really getting serious over here, enough where people that are 15, 20 years in are freaked out by what's going on and calling their wives, telling them to go buy extra batteries, go get extra food, go fill up the gas cans for the generator, tell our friends to do this. We don't know what's going to happen, but I guess there's a lot of rumors going around. And when she asked, what are the rumors going around, he told her, I really can't say anything on the phone, and I shouldn't even have said this to you on the phone. So I just want people to know, if you have friends in the Guard or you're in the Guard, you should be paying attention to what you're doing for training, because I'm pretty sure you're going to be doing this kind of stuff. And I hate to say it, but I really think something's going to happen in New York.
New York area, I just want you to, if you cannot relocate, protect yourself. Protect yourself. Take the measurements that you need to take in order for you to protect yourself and your family. I suggest you to, if you have family, relatives, friends that you out of New York that you can stay in there over the summer, you know, take your pets with you, your favorite plants if you want, but take care of yourself and your family. This is very alarming. I want you to understand that the people in power are not humans. And because they're not humans, they hate humans. They despise them.
They got the same skin as the lizards got, okay? And terrible looking faces. But then they have the ability to shift and look like a human. All of them do, okay?
Okay, do you think Von Braun was a reptilian?
No.
You really don't?
No.
Okay.
Your president, yes.
Oh, what? Which one? George Bush Sr.? Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Bill Clinton and this guy you got just
Obama.
got rid of. Yeah.
Yeah.
They all were.
Right.
Okay. So, and they all have this ability to make themselves look like real good-looking people.
And you're saying Trump isn't one?
No, he's not. Okay.
Well, that's a relief.
The Western people, because they have absolutely no understanding of the jinn, then they talk about these creatures who are called reptilian, and that this reptilian, they occupy many of high society's people. They run and govern many organizations, and then the ones who want to critique it, they make fun of it and say, oh look, these people say like they're like lizard people, they're going around and they're overtaking the human person and becoming lizard people. No, it has nothing to do with that at all. This is a breed and a category of the jinn whom are unseen, and that when they manifest, and they manifest in the nature and in the character in which Allah gave to them of a reptilian form, that they are green, they look like lizards, and they have a different shape and different shapes, and they have a dirty nature, violent nature, and that their food are the flesh and bones of mankind. that these creatures are of a subtle nature and they don't need to occupy somebody in a physical realm because they're not physical. They occupy humans by possession. They possess the human being, and once they enter into the human facility or the human being, they overtake all of their faculties of that insan. They see through their eyes, they talk through their lips, they move through their hands, and the appetite and the desires that they have overtake that human being, and that human begins to no longer eat like insan. So it means that these are a category of possession, these are a category of the jinn nations, and it's very easy for them to overtake this dunya. So when people don't understand that, how do they have the ruling class? Well, because they operate under a different set of rules. They merely enter into them and they overtake that individual, and now they operate and own everything that individual owned. Whatever corporation he had, whatever home, whatever house, whatever that individual owns, that jinn now owns it, runs it and occupies it. Allah only knows what type of nefarious activities are involved with these people, even they begin to look not human anymore.
Frankly, we need help.
Yeah.
We need everybody involved in this. That's not a lie, we need help. You have Draco reptilian guys running your governments
Right.
of every country on your planet.
Of every government. There you go.
Wow.
That's quite a statement.
I am totally convinced for myself, according to my own knowledge, I am totally convinced that the world is being run by reptile aliens. I totally believe that. And then I said I believe that not because David Icke said so, it's because that's what I believed before I ever met David Icke. And I have a reason for believing that. And I've been doing this kind of research all my life, and that's what I believe because I've seen it. I've seen and heard too much that I now know there's something going on the earth that has to do with extraterrestrial life forms who are here, but they're not exactly human.
Not all reptilians are bad. Okay? But the bad ones are in power. And they've been having a power trip since they got here. This is what we're dealing with. And I'm not a Democrat, I am not a Republican, but I tell you, if Trump was in office, this would not have happened. This was gonna happen, but Trump was in office, and that was the reason why it didn't happen. Trump won this election in 2020, but for the corrupts of the government to fulfill the depopulation agenda, Trump couldn't be in office. And they took him out in the worst way. But you know something? We all need to do something about this. What is it going to take? What is it going to take, America? What is it going to take for humans to be in office, protecting other humans and respecting the human dignity, the human rights, the Constitution? What is it going to take? Beware. God bless you all. And be safe.